Okay, good morning. So today we are talking about finding an inverse of a function. So finding an inverse of a function. So let's stop and look at what this means. An inverse, remember, an inverse would be like addition and subtraction. They undo each other. They're inverse operations. Multiplication and division, those are inverses of each other. And then we started doing radicals and powers. Those are now inverses of each other. So we have to remember how to do that. So what we're doing today is we are solving for y. So we're finding the inverse of a function. So if I have f of x equals 6x minus 3, okay, I have this function. Okay, and so then what we're going to do today is we are only going to find the inverse function. So what I want you to know is the directions say like to find the output also, but we're not going to do that, okay? And we're not graphing today either. So we're going to find the inverse. Well, the inverse function is actually kind of written a little different. So instead of f of x, like our original, remember we do know this is y. How you will write it is f of negative 1 x at the end, okay? So keep that in mind. This does not mean this is a negative exponent. I know it does look like that, but this does not mean it's a negative exponent. It's just saying it's the inverse. So when we do that, this is our original function. Our inverse function will look like this instead of a y. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to change our f of x to y. And then, so that's step 1. Then step 2, when I write this, y equals, I'll change colors. Step 2 is we are going to flip our x and our y. So it's going to become x equals 6y minus 3. Okay, so that's step 2. Then step 3 is you are going to solve for y. So solve for y. So change f of x to y, and then step 2 is flip x and y, and then step 3 is solve for y. So we have to know how to solve for a variable. So we're going to solve for y. So we're going to move this over. This is a negative, so we're going to add 3 over. So we have x plus 3 equals 6y. I'm going to divide by 6, and I'm going to explain why I'm doing it this way. This becomes 1/6 x plus 1/2 equals y. Now, I have to state that I understand that this is the inverse. This right here, this is my answer. So this is 1/6 x plus 1/2 equals f of negative 1x. And this is my answer. Okay, so I do want to talk about like why I did it that way instead of this. Well, I have found that students, when they see a problem like this, they think that they can simplify these two, which they cannot. Because if I did simplify this, x plus, some of you will want to do this, this will become 1/2 x plus 1/2 equals y. This comes here. Notice these are not the same. So this function cannot be turned into this. This is not correct if you're not listening to me and you're just watching. This is not correct. The reason is because the inverse of division is multiplication, right? Inverse of division is multiplication. Well, the 3 is adding with x before it is dividing by 6. So you cannot simplify that because this is a binomial that needs to stick together because it has that addition there. Okay, so let's do some other. Also, I wanted to remind you, the reason I'm going to do it that way is because you have to graph and on Tuesday, and we'll talk about graphing and how these look different from each other. And so when you start graphing, you need to know how to simplify, right, your y-intercept, and you need to make sure your slope is correct and what is your slope. And so that's why I write it that way also, because these are all linear right now. Okay, so step 1, I'm going to replace f of x with y. So y equals 2x minus 1. I'm going to flip my x and my y, so x equals 2y minus 1. I'm going to solve for y, so I'm going to move the 1 over, so I have x plus 1 equals 2y. I'm going to divide by 2 because there's an addition subtraction sign there, so I'm separating it. So it's 1/2 x plus 1/2 equals y. And then remember, I have to remind myself that it started out as f of x. This is the inverse function. So this is now 1/2 x plus 1/2 equals f of -1x. So this is my inverse function. Okay, so let's look at some that are not linear. So we have one now that we're going to have. It's the power of 2, so hopefully we all know what that is, right? So we're going to replace the f of x with y. So y equals 1 minus 2x. And hopefully you all said that that was a quadratic, right? That power of 2. We're going to flip our x and our y. We are going to solve for y. So I need to move the 1 over. It's a positive 1, so I'm going to subtract 1. So x minus 1 equals -y squared. I'm going to still get that -1 away from the y. So I'm dividing by the -1. So -x plus 1 equals y squared. To get rid of the power of 2, we have to have a square root. When we put a square root, we need a plus minus. So we have a plus minus -x plus 1 equals y. And then instead of y, right, we want this as plus minus -x plus 1 equals f -1x. And that's my inverse function. Okay, next one. I'm going to do one that's a cube. So f of x equals x minus 1 to the power of 3 plus 2. Replace the y. So we have 3 plus 2. We're going to move the x and the y. So x is going to come to the left. Y minus 1 to the power of 3 plus 2. Isolate my base. And so I'm going to move the 2 over. It's a positive 2, so I'm going to subtract 2. So x minus 2 equals y minus 1 to the power of 3. Now I can take the cube root because I isolated the base. There's no plus minus because it's an odd root. So we have 3x minus 2 equals y minus 1. Now I still have to get y by itself, so I'm going to move the 1 over. So it's a positive 1. So we have the cube root of x minus 2 minus plus 1. Sorry, that looks like a minus. Plus 1 equals y. And then I'm going to rewrite it. And at this point, you could have already changed that. Plus 1 equals f of -1x. And that is your inverse function. So again, no output today. Don't worry about that. Just find the inverse function. And let me know if you have any questions.